God is writing a story of redemption in Omaha. This story began when God and his people had a beautiful relationship that reflected his good plan. But that relationship was quickly broken, and a division between God and man was the result. This division has resulted in disunity among people groups and division within families. But it was into that brokenness that God sent his son. Jesus came to heal the broken relationships and to break down the dividing wall of hostility. Ephesians 2 verse 14 says that Jesus himself is our peace, that he personally broke down that dividing wall of hostility so that we could have a relationship with him.
Because of the death and resurrection of Jesus, the story continues. The story that allows for broken people to find a hope, for hurting people to find a purpose, for divided people to find a home. It's a story that leads to a day when people from every culture, from every language, from every nation worship God together. It's a story that we all get to be a part of. It's a story of redemption.
A story where people are not looked down upon based upon their country of origin, their skin color, their socioeconomic status, their language, their culture. Where people aren't even looked down upon based on where they live in the city, whether they live in the north, the south, the east, or even the west end of our city.
Here's our current reality. The city of Omaha is increasingly diverse. Nearly 25% of the population will be Hispanic in just 30 years. Jesus is inviting us to be a reflection of that diversity in our city by serving and loving one another. Jesus is also inviting us to show the watching world how he himself unifies an otherwise divided people. Together as a church family, we get to be a part of what Jesus has already begun 2,000 years ago. Imagine a church that gathers to worship Jesus on Sunday mornings and scatters throughout the week as a people with a purpose.
Imagine a church where English and Spanish speakers sit side by side, worshiping Jesus together as a family.
Imagine a church where the natural barriers caused by a division of language and cultures are shattered by the gospel of Jesus.
Imagine a church that is made up of people from different cultures who speak different languages, but who love and serve one another because we have been loved by Jesus.
Imagine a church that intentionally sends out leaders to tell more people about Jesus, both here in the United States and into the rest of the world.
Imagine a church where international students, refugees, and exiles meet Jesus and return to their home nations to tell their communities about him.
Imagine Citylight Mosaic Church.
And join us as together we ask God to do more than we can ask, think, or imagine.